What is piracy? Piracy is illegally copying licensed and copyrighted material without permission. According to insurance laws, piracy comes in three categories: music, software, and movie piracy. Music piracy started with Napster, a program created by Sean and John Fanning for distributing songs for internet users to download for free. Even after it was shut down, it lit a fuse that started the creation of multiple music distribution websites. Software piracy started in the 1980s when software was not considered intellectual property. By 1989, new laws were released that protected a creator's software, and for a while, piracy was not a main issue. But in 2001, a prodigy programmer named Bram Cohen developed BitTorrent, the first decentralized file server that allowed users to share software amongst each other. BitTorrent connected multiple computers to download a file, speeding up that process. BitTorrent still exists today with other websites competing with it. Movie piracy started in the 1960s from camcorders illegally capturing a film with the intention of distribution. As technology progressed, the methods of pirating also progressed to VHS, DVDs, and the internet. Pirate Bay was the most famous file server used for downloading and distributing movies and TV shows.
How do piracy impact the market and other business? Piracy impact the market in distributing method. When music, software, or video contents are legally downloaded and distributed, it will impact the market. For example, once a movie is released, the first wave of piracy captured it by videotaping screening inside a movie theater. They generally do this so they can burn their own DVD and sell them to their community. And job lost. When people can easily access movies, music, software legally online, they no longer take the effort to go to the movie theater to watch movies or purchase a music album or software. This impacts the revenue of the entertainment industry and the software developers, which can cause job loss. Revenue. People who legally distribute the movie online do not pay any money to purchase the movie, since they do not legally buy the movie from the movie industry, which impact the industry revenue. Also, legal distribution can earn their profit without paying tax, while movie industry has to pay tax. Since the entertainment and the software industry are at a higher risk of piracy, investors are no longer willing to invest lots of money towards these industries. These impact the revenue of the whole industry and possibly impact the global economic.
Entertainment companies, game developers, and the government had come up with a lot of different ways to stop and prevent digital piracy. Some examples are blocking, spoofing, and implementing DRM, or digital rights management. Companies are teaming up with local internet service providers and search engines to block all websites that are being used to pirate digital contents. And the response of some people to this anti-piracy measure is to use VPN, or virtual private networks, and create a lot of mirrors for the websites that are being taken down. Another anti-piracy measure is called spoofing, which is one of the earliest ways to combat digital piracy. They would upload dummy files or fake links that is either corrupted or is carrying a malware that can harm the computer of the users that tries to download their products illegally. Some companies also implement DRM on their products or contents. DRM forces users to use their product on certain platforms and also restricts them from accessing it offline. DRM requires online authentication so that it can prevent unauthorized sharing of the games or the product. Many are not happy about DRM. Even some developers argued that DRM is not justifiable because the people who actually paid for the product and support it does not have full control on whether, when, how, or what they want to access it for.
There are many ways people will try to justify the practice of piracy. Some may say that people who are unable to afford software needed for school or work may turn to piracy simply because they believe that software that is essential to them should receive fair pricing. Others think that the reproduction and the dispersal of free software falls under the fair use policies for copyright laws. But is piracy really ethical? It seems people are unaware of the harm that piracy inflicts on both the software companies as well as the employees working at these companies. Statistics from the Business Software Alliance show that the rise of software piracy resulted in losses of 50.2 billion. These losses unfortunately to job losses. Statistics from the International Data Corporation show that 600,000 jobs in the IT industry would become available if piracy levels fell by 10% over a 4-year span. How can piracy be ethical when it results in the loss of hundreds of thousands of potential jobs? The same study shows that a 10-point reduction in piracy would add 24 billion to government revenues without raising taxes. Piracy can also harm law-abiding companies that do not even specialize in software, as they are at a disadvantage when compared to companies that illegally download software, since those companies are not avoiding the cost of paying for commercial software. These statistics show how much of a large-scale impact piracy has. It may seem like a harmless action that falls under fair use, but its negative impact on a company's revenue as well as the number of jobs available show that piracy is anything but ethical.
Have you ever bought or rented a videotape that wasn't quite right? It may have been a pirate copy, an illegal and inferior copy for which you paid good money. Pirated tapes are recognizable by poorly presented or photocopied jackets, poor sound and or picture quality, the lack of censor and other labels on the face and spine of the tape, and the absence of warnings, such as this at the beginning of the tape presentation. Pirate tapes rob artists and studios of their rightful income and add to the cost of a video to the consumer. Video piracy is a major problem in Australia. Please help us stop it. If you buy or rent a tape which you believe is not the genuine article, please phone this toll-free number for advice. Or write to Post Office Box 515 Mona Vale, New South Wales 2103. This message is brought to you by the Australasian Film and Video Securities Office.